Not our biggest warehouse. Second biggest warehouse behind Cerritos?
Yeah, this is the Sacramento, we're about the same.
Parts over on this side. So these are all licensed cheese.
Fryers for fried chicken. They go to the supermarket chains in the US. Back here is mostly big refrigerators and freezers, commercial.
In case of anything you can find in a kitchen, a restaurant, a bar. We do water filtration and drinking coffee systems. So these are semi-automatic under-counter refrigeration units. Printing is another big supplier for us. Fryers.
All different types of ice. This is cube ice that's used in most of the chains like McDonald's and so forth. Big square cubes. There's about 8 different types of ice there.
Hello everyone, I'm here with Jake. Jake is Continuous Improvement Manager at Western Pacific Distributors, and we've been working with them for almost 2 years now.
Yep. Yeah.
Awesome. Tell me, Jake, so your title, it's very interesting for me, Continuous Improvement Manager. So what does your daily responsibilities or roles look like, right? How do you pick out, hey, this needs to be improved, right?
Yeah, so it's an interesting title for myself as well. I think it came about in terms of necessity. We've been a business since 1979. We've been doing things one way for a very long time, and we've had the same people in charge for a very long time. And so at a certain point, you start to look and say, what can we be doing better? And how can we improve the business? And when I joined WPD, that was one of the goals, was to identify areas that we can improve and get with the times, if you will. So being a family-owned business, a lot of us wear many different hats. We do many different things. And for me, it was just being available to understand the business, where we can improve, and how we can do things more efficiently. You know, a lot of it has been manual processes in the past. And so being a little bit on the younger side in terms of WPD standards was just understanding technology a little bit more, understanding how to figure things out in terms of integrations and efficiency. And so that's where it fell onto my desk, is just identifying areas that maybe we've been doing things the long way, or maybe we've been doing things the hard way, and just how can we make that better? Every day is different. You never really kind of know what's coming down the pipeline. A lot of it is either customer driven or supplier driven initiatives that they come to us and say, hey, we're looking to do this. Can we do it with you? And we go, let's figure it out. And that's how a lot of it's come about. So yeah, it's the title, I would say, more so just always trying to figure out ways that we can get better.
Yeah. Oh, that's great, right? And it's a really great title as well. It's very new and it makes sense, right? So I think every company needs to have a continuous improvement manager who can look into things, hey, that is something we need to improve on.
Yeah, I like to call myself the project guy or the problem guy.
Yeah.
When we have a problem or a project, people come to me and they say, how do we figure it out? How do we solve it? And that's my job, is just to figure things out, really.
And it's interesting every day. Every day is a new problem.
Yes,
Awesome.
every day.
That's amazing. Yeah. So when you're managing 20 plus manufacturers and brands across 6 locations, right?
8 locations.
8 locations. Oh,
now,
wow.
yes.
Yeah. So what is the biggest operation ordeal before Klizer came into play, right?
Yeah, I think for us, one of the big kind of hurdles that we were running into was, with so many different brands, so many different products, that information was widespread, whether that was internally between members of our team that know certain products better than others, or just know based off experience. We have certain people that have been with us for 20 plus years. We have some people that have been with us for 2. So the experience levels and knowledge levels are a little bit different. But amongst our brands, that information lives in different places. And so we ran into an area where we would have customers reaching out for information, and it was hard to track everything down. And so one of the big goals with our site was consolidating that information and putting it into a self-serve option for our customers to be able to look up on their own and be able to identify the parts that they need for whatever job that they're working on. That was one of the big hurdles in terms of that. But the other thing for us too was just really keeping up with the times. As the times have progressed, people want to order in different ways. A lot of our industry and customer base is on the older side, so a lot of them value calling in and talking to somebody and having that relationship. Some of them like to send in an email. Some of them want to do it at 10 o'clock at night on a Saturday when we're not open and willing to and able to talk to them. And so it was really just, how do we become easier to work with? How do we continue to give our customer base the best experience in working with WPD, and identifying that, building a site where we can have all that information live and give access to our customers to interact with us in the ways that they want to on their own timeline was the big value add for us.
That's amazing. And you can see the change before Klizer and post Klizer?
Yeah, we ventured into the e-commerce project years ago, actually before I came on board. We had built out a previous version of the site and it just didn't really function very well. Customers started to adopt it. They quickly grew frustrated with it, whether it was due to slow website speeds or a lack of information that was constantly updated. And on the internal side, it made things difficult because the data wasn't organized. It wasn't easy to work with. We couldn't really improve the site. It became very stagnant. And now we've been able to provide a product to our customers that they enjoy using, they're happy with, and internally, it's also a resource for our team to be able to access all that information within one place, but take a little bit of the load off their hands because now the customers are able to do some of that work on their own as well.
Wow, that's great. What made you confident enough to bring in Klizer for a business that's been running since? So that must be a huge thing, so too.
Yeah, during the process of trying to identify a partner in building a website, we had a very specific use case for this and a very specific way that we had the website envisioned. We looked at a couple of different vendors, a couple of different possible partners, and really with Klizer, you guys took the opportunity to understand our business, understand what we were trying to do, and come up with a solution that fit us. During that process, we would have conversations with other possible vendors, and it was, hey, here's our solution, and this is how it works, but it didn't work for us. And so that was the big thing. You guys really took the time to understand us, understand where our problems were, where our pain points were, and worked with us to help make it a reality. And so the big thing for me was I didn't want to be told how it needed to be done. I wanted to really collaborate with somebody and build something that we were going to be proud of. And I think for us, working with Klizer, it was working with a partner, not working with a vendor.
Yeah.
And I think that was a big value for us.
Yeah, even that's how we look at it, right? We don't want to push any solution that we think is best. We want to identify a sweet spot where the technology and your business flows come into place, and there's a sweet spot where it just works, right? Without causing a lot of disruption. Because change for a company for this long time can be really hard to adapt, right? It's not just you, it's other people, other teams, different teams working with different things. But yeah, glad it worked out.
Yeah, and another thing too for us is being a small family business who really wasn't well versed in technology. Like, this was my first venture into the world of e-commerce and any of this kind of the tech side of things related to a website. And having a partner that was knowledgeable in this and could help guide me to understand things and learn pretty quickly was really impactful, because I can pick up on things pretty quickly, but I also need a little bit of guidance. And so I think that was a big thing for us, was venturing into this unknown territory. It was really important to have a partner that we could feel confident that they knew what they were doing. And we got that sense pretty early on.
That's great. And since you mentioned this is your first e-commerce project, and I believe you're the only sole point of contact that we had who's working on the business side of things with us on the technology side of things. And I think that was a big project that we took into. So after considering this e-commerce project, so what are the key learning experience that stood out for you throughout the journey?
Man.
I know it's a huge question, but
yeah, no, there's a lot, to be honest with you. Like I said, we had a version of the site that was built and that we were using before I came on board. So I inherited that. I was tasked with trying to learn it and understand it, but it didn't make a lot of sense the way that it was organized. Yeah. I would struggle to call it organized, actually. And the support that we needed, we weren't getting. And so it became very evident that we needed to figure something else out. And when it comes to an e-commerce project, if you don't know that pathway, it's really daunting to try and figure it out. So there was a lot of hiccups along the way, a lot of bumps in the road that just came from not knowing what we don't know. Big takeaways were, honestly, data is everything. It sounds kind of silly to say that out loud because I think anybody that is venturing into this road knows that. But it became very important for us really quickly to say, okay, our data needs to be correct. It needs to be managed and organized efficiently so that we can use it in the best possible way, because the site's only going to be as good as our data is. So that was a big wake-up call. Was just, I think in the past, we never considered how we manipulate our data or store our data, and how we, even when it comes to loading and our naming conventions, consistency, right, and having standard practices. I think we've built out a lot of that throughout this process of just being like, we have to think forward and not just in the current times. How do we set ourselves up for success? So I think that was one of the biggest learning lessons, was really trying to, in a sense, future-proof ourselves so that we can continue to build upon this and continue to grow our company.
Yeah, and rightly said, right? So data is everything. And good data matters both, not just for your internal team as well as for customers, right? So even they can find you easily through SEO or through GEO, and data plays a lot of a big coming across. So you've got a team spread across in California, Nevada, and Hawaii. Yeah. So did it change anything on the ground level of work for them?
So I think things changed on the ground level, both for our team internally, but a lot for our customers as well. Internally, it's freed up our inside sales team to not have to deal with a lot of the kind of mundane tasks. Customers calling in, hey, I need to find this part. What is it? It turned them into more, I guess it kept them from being just kind of information providers to being more of problem solvers. The customer is able to look up that information on their own now, and it really freed up our inside team to focus on developing the relationships with the customers that want to interact with us in that way. And when they call in with a problem, now they have more time to actually answer that problem, work through the problem with the customer, rather than having to take a bunch of phone calls trying to just look up information for a customer. On that level, I think it really helped our inside team. But for customers as well, being able to go onto a site, see whether or not products are in stock at their given location was a big thing. Especially in Hawaii, being off of the mainland, shipping is a big issue. We don't want to have to ship to Hawaii from the mainland or vice versa. A lot of our Hawaii customers actually can go onto the site, and if they need a part pretty quickly, they can see whether or not Hawaii has it in stock, and then they can place an order, go into our Hawaii location and pick that up on site. Efficiency-wise, it's really helped our customers in understanding how they can work with us a little bit better.
It's amazing for sharing that. And let's say if another family-owned business came to you and said, what do you think about Klizer? What did you tell them?
Yeah, so I think, again, to echo what I said earlier, what we found was that Klizer really became a partner in this process. It wasn't a vendor that we were working with. It wasn't just, hey, I need to talk to an outside team. It was really somebody that came in, took pride in what we're doing and in our process. And I think that's really important. The people that you work with matter. And having that value, I think, brings a lot to the table. We were turned on to you guys from other recommendations from the industry that we knew, people that we've developed relationships with and trusted. And I think that was a big thing for us. And so now we've had a couple people come to us and say, hey, we've noticed you guys have built an e-commerce website. How'd you do it? And it's easy for us to go and say, we've got a great partner in Klizer that worked with us and understood our process and would be willing to do the same for you. Really knowledgeable in everything, and also just there to support us along the journey, especially for us being a small family business who isn't well versed in a lot of the technology side. The patience that you guys also showed in understanding, like, hey, I can't say how many times I had to come back to you guys and say, hey, can you explain this to me like I'm 5? Maybe just I don't know what I'm doing, and you guys never faltered in that and making sure that you met me at every step of the way throughout the journey. And that's something that I valued tremendously, especially being the one that was spearheading the project. To not have to feel like I was on my own took a lot of weight off my shoulders. It was a very pleasant experience on my end, and it's something I would highly recommend to anybody else that's looking for a partner on the e-commerce journey.
Yeah, thank you, Jake. Thank you for the kind words. We really appreciate it, and we really value this partnership as well. And we look forward to helping you more out and continuously improving things.
Yeah. That's the common
Yeah.
theme, right? Yeah, that's the theme of the day.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that's
Awesome.
pretty much it. Thank you. Thank you very much for doing this with me.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for time today.
Absolutely. Thanks, Mark. Appreciate it.